So today I will talk about an explicit application. Okay. Okay, so I will talk, yeah, better. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I will talk today about an explicit application of NILM algorithm, and that's we'll use it to improve alert system detector in near real time. So I work on this project. I am Romain Benassi, and I work on this project with Frédéric Lefebvre, and the main idea for this talk comes from Frédéric. So who I am, so I'm a PhD since 2013, and I work mainly on issues like optimization using Bayesian statistics and Bayesian methods, and I work also on signal processing. And for the last 4 years, I work in Homepulse company and on statistical analysis of residential electricity consumption, and also, of course, on NILM. And I work on 1 second to 5 second data sets, but I work also on smart metadata, so 10 minutes, 30 minutes. But for this specific talk, we need to see the device when they are turned on, so it's related more to the 1 second to 5 seconds, 30 second data than smart metadata. So here, for the general context, that we focus on the alert system, and we use this alert system on the global consumption. And so there are two kinds of alerts. There are the alerts which corresponds to the consumption, which is higher than what is expected. So it can be the proof that there is a problem, an unnecessary consumption, or maybe there can be a device which is not working the way it should. And there is also another kind of alert. This is when the consumption is lower than what would be expected. So it can be an alert to show that there is a breakdown in an important device, or maybe it can be useful to get those alerts when you want to monitor the electrical routine of whole people, just to check that everything is fine. So, but the problem with that kind of alert systems is that most of the time there is a very high proportion of false alarms. And for example, in the electric load curve, each time a device is turned on, there is a big gap in the consumption. So each time there is a risk of this device triggers a false alarm. And that's a very big issue, because when you receive 4 or 5 false alarms, then when you receive the next one, you don't even care about it. So the idea of this talk is we can use the outputs of a disaggregation algorithm and to try to find which alarms are probably false alarms and which are not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it should be better. Thanks. Okay, so here I will talk about the near real-time alert system that we're using. So the main idea is we get in real time the data point and the consumption data point, and we want to we consider that they are distributed and they are following a specific probability density function, and we want to check if the PDF, the probability density function, change. And then once we detect it, we can raise an alert. And the idea is once we detected that, we go back in the past to try to estimate the date of the change, to try to find the change point. So here, what we use explicitly is a cumulative sum algorithm, so the cum sum. And so the idea is that we consider that the points, the consumption points, they follow specific PDF, and they correspond to a specific expected mean value, and we will try to check when this PDF change. So each time we have a new consumption point, we make the difference with the expected value, and we add this value to the cum sum. And the fact is that if there is a change, the value of the cum sum is expected to become larger and larger and larger, and finally to become larger than the threshold that we defined at the beginning. And when there is this, when we observe that, we can raise an alert. So maybe the best way to understand how it works is to have a look to the illustration on the right here. So in blue, you have the data points that are supposed to arrive in real time. And in green, you have the cumulative sum, the evolution of the cumulative sum, the cum sum, and the gray bars correspond to the ground truth of the PDF. So here we have one change on this example of distribution. And so we can see that after this change, the cum sum is becoming larger and larger because the PDF is not, doesn't correspond anymore to the assumption made. And finally, the cum sum is becoming so large, such large that it's even bigger than the specific threshold here. So here the red square corresponds to the date when we detect that there is a change and we raise an alert. And then what we want also to do is to detect the change point, the date when there was a change in the PDF. So for that, we consider that the change point is the first point after the next point after the minimum of the cum sum. So here it corresponds to the yellow triangle, and on that example, the estimation is correct. Okay, and so on some specific assumption, it can be shown that the cumulative sum algorithm is optimal. And especially if we want to detect small persistent changes in signals. So, but there is an important point to explain is that actually we don't use a cumulative sum directly on the power consumption. We subtracted the consumption to we use forecast and we subtracted forecast to the power consumption. Because, of course, in a lot of households, there is a very high dependency on the consumption. It depends a lot on the temperature, outside temperature. For example, when there is air conditioning or space heating. And so if the temperature is very high, the consumption will increase a lot because of air conditioning. And of course, we don't want to raise an alert because of that, because this is very normal and normal behavior. So that's why first we make a modelization of this dependency between consumption and temperature, and we use this forecast, this prediction in the model. And also there is another very important point is that the consumption can be very different depending on the day, if this is a weekend or a normal day and a regular day in the week. And also depending on the hour of the day, the consumption is different in the morning or in the evening. So we also make a standardization of the consumption to remove this seasonal dependency. So like that, if there is a specific device, very huge device that gets turned on every day at the very same hour, we don't raise an alert because of that. So we do that in order to make the algorithm more robust. But anyway, even with all that tuning of the algorithm tuning, it doesn't change the fact that there are still a very huge amount of false alarms. Because, for example, if you use a washing machine, we don't always use the washing machine on the same day or in the same specific hour in the day. So there is always a risk of raising false alarms in that situation. So that's why we will use the results, the outputs of the disaggregation algorithm to try to hunt this possible false alarm and to discard them. And so here we will use event-based disaggregation approach. So what we do is that the load curve, the aggregated load curve that we use as the input, it will be cut into small pieces, and each piece of the curve is supposed to correspond to a specific device consumption episode. So in this talk, I will not talk really into the details of this disaggregation procedure, but we published two patents about it. So you can have a look at them if you want to have more information. But I will show some illustration just to make the whole procedure understandable. So first here we have an aggregated load curve, and we use an algorithm to cut it, to split it into small pieces. And so each piece is supposed to correspond to a specific device consumption episode. So here, at that moment, we don't know which device corresponds, but we have separated it. And then we use another algorithms that take each episode and try to analyze them and to identify them. And so here on this specific illustration, each colors correspond to a specific device. And so here we had made the disaggregation of the load curve. So it means that on a very specific date, we are supposed to know what are the devices we are on, and to know also the specific consumption of every device. So we have this, and we want to use it with the alert system to try to discard the false alarm. So, for example, we are in the situation when the alert system raises an alert because of excessive unexpected consumption. So, as I said before, it can happen because of a washing machine or a time shift in the use of a device. So the idea is to check on the moment of the alert, and to check if, thanks to the output of the disaggregation algorithm, if there are very well identified devices which are turned on that specific alert moment. And if there are, we can remove them from the aggregated load curve, and we can replace the alert system on this new load curve. And if the alert doesn't appear anymore, so it may be a hint that this original alert was a false alarm, because it means that it has been triggered because of a very well-known and very well-identified device. So it was not a relevant alert by actually. And we can also use the same kind of approach if the alert comes from unexpected low consumption. Sorry. And so this is almost the same procedure, but this time we don't look only on the alert period, but we look a little before and a little after, in order to check if a well-known recurrent device was maybe chipped just before or just after the time the alert was raised, and just to check if this is the reason behind the alert raising. So thanks. Okay, so just to finish this talk, I will just show an illustration of this procedure. So here in blue, we have an aggregated load curve coming from a residential household, and so we use on this load curve, we use a cumulative sum alert system, and so each time we see a red spike, it corresponds to an alert that has been raised thanks to the cumulative sum algorithm. So we can see that there are quite a lot of alerts which have been raised. And so what we do is then we use the results from the disaggregation algorithm. And each time an alert is raised, we have a look to the results of the disaggregation. And if there are some well-identified devices, we subtract them from the load curve, so it corresponds to the second figure. And we can see that, for example, we know that thanks to the disaggregation, that are water heating or cooking consumption episode during the alert. So we subtracted them from the load curve. So this is we have a new load curve, the red load curve, which corresponds to the original one without this well-identified consumption. And what we do is that we play again the alert system on this new load curve. And so we have a whole new set of alerts which has been raised. So we can see them on the first figure in red. And so what we can do at the very last is we compare the two sets of alerts. The first set alerts from the original curve and the second set of alerts from the curve without the well-identified consumption. And we can see that if an alert existed before but not on the new set, it can probably mean that it was actually a false alarm, so we can discard them. So here we can see on the last figure that most of the alerts have disappeared and were probably a false alarm. So in that illustration, 72% of the alerts were discarded thanks to this procedure, and so it was. So it means that it was a huge improvement over the first version of the cumulative algorithm. And so this is still a work in progress, but we think that it's quite a promising approach and interesting way of using disaggregation algorithms. So thank you very much.